Oh, yeah. This is where we were.
Yeah, we are trying to get back to Trebienne because I don't think we can get anything else out of her. We need one more clue, and we don't know what. Actually, we need to go to the police station. Or the detention center, I guess.
Yeah?
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and block about everything that happened. You're a blocker?
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
Your Honor, I would like to not take this case any longer.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway.
Is it possible she is the one misremembering things?
That could be. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many different things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it?
We found it, so...
MC Bomber. Yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Gosh, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
Just become Mia. It'll be all fine. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elg, collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. Wait a second. Do you think there was something that caused her to black out? Like some kind of chemical?
I don't know. That would mean they're slipping things to multiple people.
That's true.
Like, what would they have made her pass out with and no one else?
That is a good question. That's a good point, actually, but anyway.
And don't forget, Armstrong is helping people for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, the lone people who, is my imposter, who also had MC Bomber.
Yeah.
He had to help them with something. That something, what is it?
Could be doing something that causes her to black out. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out later on. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, so...
So, between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trebienne.
No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
Well, he is French.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't trust him. When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Okay. That's like meant to be the other way around, but sure.
I mean, in this situation, that it does make sense with how she said it.
That is true. It's just usually the phrasing is the other way around, but yeah.
It's normally the other way around. And normally the dog would either fight back or, not.
Yeah. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
As sure as I'll ever be. I mean, well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should go ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD?
How do we do that?
I guess present the old man, Mr. Kudo.
Present Lisa Basil, who is not a robot.
Absolutely not a robot. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now.
Oh, goody. Is she also a crime podcast listener?
I get it. She blogs about your court cases.
Probably. And other court cases as well, I bet.
Yeah. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. Not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger. I'll spit it all and see what you make of it.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what?
Well, Maya, she'd answer if you let her finish.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old, middle-aged man?
Perfect.
Very perfect. No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. Oh.
Oh?
Ooh.
A woman?
Ooh.
But there's always a woman in there. You work for one.
Yeah. Are you sure, Maggie?
Quickly, Maggie. Did she happen to, exude an aura of terrifying evil, speak about unthinkable things
And look
in a very creepy voice?
And look a little bit like Wednesday Addams.
I still don't know who that is. Never looked them up.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy?
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently?
Because we know which woman it is. Violetta, I think. Yep, Violetta. Holy smokes, that's him!
Forgot about this guy.
Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. That is a pretty ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how.
He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and then that's where he got the tan.
I'm not hearing this. Speaking of fun, if we get Maggie quit, maybe we can all get together sometime.
Okay, but what do we play with someone who's never even won a game of tic-tac-toe?
How about we change the rules a bit then? We could play Old Maid and, we could say the person who's left with the Old Maid at the end is the winner? How's that?
Not bad. Not bad at all. What the hell's Old Maid? We could rename the game to Fair Maiden.
If I'm remembering Old Maid correctly, there's a certain card you don't want and you pick a random card out of someone's hand.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want the Old Maid at the end.
Okay, that's what Old Maid is. Okay. Yeah, because I think we call it something different in Danish, but it's not called, I never heard it as Old Maid.
Holy shit. You call something different in your own home language? And I call it in America?
Obviously.
Who would have guessed? I feel like we're missing something here.
You probably have to present something else. Perhaps try and present Armstrong.
I think we already did present him once.
Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after his fight from the Force. Can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this.
Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there.
Mr. Armstrong wouldn't. He wouldn't set me up, would he? Ah, is that your attorney's badge?
Actually, it's a fake. Who'd have guessed?
Holy smokes, that's it! Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright.
You got duped by this?
But it's a completely different color.
And what about the fact that it's made of paper?
He said the badge got a tan as well, while he was in Hawaiian business.
I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. She's an idiot.
Why is everyone idiots? Oh, yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them.
The ketchup splotch, you mean?
My whole face was a fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how. The ketchup-covered omelette went flying and hit the customer in the face.
Brilliant.
Oh, talk about a tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. Okay, that didn't help much.
Must be the chief of the detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer has been cut. Oh, poor guy.
Well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Your pen pal's probably a man.
Alternatively, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion.
Dear 1337 Asian Princess, how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night? Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send my resume and become chief. Sounds like needs a gig.
Yeah, what are you doing? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Even pickpockets gonna have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan.
Aha. He must be coming up with slogans for a crime prevention campaign. But I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent.
What's up with this force?
I don't know. They're all weirdos. These are the detectives' desks. Computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. I mean, I suppose.
No, that means they're active at the field at least.
Yeah. Let's look at this poster. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad.
And who doesn't love babes in uniform?
Alright, so nothing here. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Oh,
Hey lady, what's on this disc?
would you mind taking a look at this?
Oh my god, why did it take me so long to figure this out?
Why did we just... Oh my god.
I'm sorry. That data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected.
What? Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness.
No, Maya. This is Sparta!
Well, we know what time this game came out then.
Okay, look, I will be honest, I was going to do the same thing. So, Phoenix, we share a brain cell still.
Yep.
She won't tell us unless we say the right code word.
A code word? Sesame!
You are an idiot.
If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is.
There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. Mthis, have you changed your passwords recently? I have a password program that does that for me, so I don't have to worry.
I should probably invest in something like that.
I guess she just doesn't want to talk about this.
Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elk? What did you say?
Didn't we already ask about him? We did for Glenn's troubles.
Yeah, I guess we can ask.
We forgot something. Something else.
What did we forget?
Hey, Maggie, you hungry?
Oh, right, the lunchbox!
Oh, yeah! You got something you're going to love. Maybe. I don't know.
Lots of sausages. Well, what is it? Oh, really, what is it?
A lunchbox. Just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox! Weenies, too! I guess she likes weenies. I can't believe it. You, sir, did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Of course I did.
Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Maya, you're the worst wing woman ever.
Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Pension Center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Really?
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are rules. They lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, when the next turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot less scarier. Or a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies. Really? Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But...
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
But... I guess so.
Just eat, Maya. I'm sure you're starving. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya.
Well, how was it? Did you just watch us eat the lunchbox?
Ah, that hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. You should just have
You could have had it.
You could just have accepted it. Like, I feel much better after the trial this morning. Do you think now we can go to the... I guess we have to
Apparently
deliver...
we're getting lunch.
I guess we have to deliver the lunchbox first before Gumshoe magically appears at the police station.
Ugh, I can't believe we forgot about it. There's so many things.
Yep. The main server just went up in smoke.
No!
Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. When I'm watching videos online, I'm catching on my Asian soap operas. Wait, what?
Wow.
It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch.
Again?
No, just when Sum Young Gai was about to confess to his soon-to-be hunter truck girlfriends. They're watching Korean soap operas. I love it. Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal? The Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got a big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus moving through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions. Hey, so, what the hell's happening here?
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes! No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
Ah, we're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Really? I'm not gonna poke your nose around in that business, pal. I'd really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady?
Oh, he knows. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story is with this lady.
So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? She doesn't know. I don't know.
I mean, back in this time, they were definitely less well known to the general public. And Maya's Maya.
That's true.
And also Gumshoe doesn't know.
What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you?
A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me?
That sounds like a villain from Mega Man, to be honest.
It probably is. Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you.
Okay.
A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage, like the one that's currently on Mthis' computer from me.
Wait, what? Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No. The damage is, well, it's all internal. I mean, technically, a virus could make something go boom. It just depends how the virus is made to do things.
Yeah, like it could make the thing heat up the processor so fast that it basically melts.
One example, I can't remember its name, but in Iraq, I think, maybe it was Iran, a computer virus got into where they were processing uranium or something for nukes, and it changed how the rotations worked while making the program that kept track of that say everything's all clear.
Oh.
So it damaged all the stuff without anyone being aware.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of bad. That's a very specific
Most of the
virus.
time, though, they're more information theft or things like that. But in that case, it was physical damage.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Now, imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Wow, that's scary. That's why they have hard copies.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Money? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No. People don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else.
What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you're sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. I've totally not done that.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right?
Yes.
I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Did they say a name?
No, I don't think they ever did.
Well, we have a super programmer here who made something called MC Bomber.
Yep.
So first, Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus right now, so I... Oh! This is it! The stupid name! I remember now!
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nut to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
Oh, look at her face.
Seriously, why would you possibly be crying?
Look at her face.
They've scribbled out sports paper written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. How would they know its name unless it is telling everyone, your computer has been infected by MC Bomber. Ha 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 ha, kaboom.
Yep.
I mean, programmers would do that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, like that's something they would do.
But that's if they want it to be publicized. If you want something quiet, then you don't want it to be named.
That's true.
Can you give us any more details, please?
MC Bomber. You already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back.
Okay, so that's been in circulation.
A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know, some hotshots from the criminal underworld who would be my guess.
Okay, so these are literally full-on professional hackers, basically, that are doing this.
Mayhaps. Sounds like it. And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Every public office in the city?
Yep.
Wow.
That would actually be pretty easy to spread.
Yeah.
Because you could just do it via email.
Yeah.
And somehow force it to open or something.
Yeah.
And there's other ways with permission access, and there's all sorts of ways to go about it.
Damn, that's pretty brutal. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at the carnival.
All this stuff with criminal and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag it was in the millions of dollars, pal. Damn!
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Yeah. A really good virus.
Yeah.
That uses 0 days and stuff? That thing's gonna be worth a fortune.
And now we have the information we needed.
Yeah, but he also mentioned a lady.
That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Violetta Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
You can't trust them. They're way too powerful for these. Oh, these are deep mafioso. Okay. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No. I don't even remember what ever saying I was going to. Better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family.
They are a mafia family. They sound like they are a mafia family.
I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Oh, are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them, they've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in?
They pretty much control all cash on the city's black market. Wow!
The black market, huh? That includes Tender Lender, I take it.
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini.
That's how you say it. Cadaverini. Because it's a cadaver.
He's dead.
And I mean, no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. I heard she and the boss of Tender Lenders are pretty tight.
Right?
And that's what it said in our file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Oh, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is...
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Lunchbox? Oh no.
Oh no.
You remember the weenies? I hate weenies!
Oh yeah, those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? That sounds so wrong.
It does, yes. And they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Well, it was delicious?
Yeah, that's what she said. Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen. So I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lump lunchbox.
Oh, of course.
Oh, do me a favor again, huh, pal? And deliver this?
This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Aha.
Weenies again, Nick. Maybe we don't have to eat all these too.
Plenty of weenies.
I really can't eat anymore.
Well, don't worry, Maya. You don't have to. At least in this episode. We're done.